get so pissed off when I get kind of raised up and get my energy up a little bit. And someone's like, "Oh, you've been hurt. Who hurt you? Oh, you're so mad. Who hurt you? Oh, dude, I hate that when people say that to me. It's like, nobody hurt me, motherfucker, and don't gaslight the room that I'm hurt. I'm not hurt, fucker."
Why are you so mad? Why are you so emotional?
You've got issues, dude. It's your issue. You've got issues. Yeah. Yeah, I just had to, it's not pretty when somebody does that. I'm like, don't do that to me.
Or, what I used to, my pet peeve was when somebody goes, "How do you really feel?" Like, you said something, "How do you really feel?" It's like, I don't know. I feel like you're fucking passive aggressive. That's what I think. That's how I really feel.
Note to self.
How do you really feel? Well, okay, so how do you really feel is a passive aggressive way of saying, "I don't like your energy," basically, is what it is. If it's coming from somebody who's funny, then that's one thing. But if it's coming from like a douchebag, it's like, no, shut up.
I just know I'd be saying that sometimes. Why don't you tell us how you really feel about that?
Oh, see, that's totally passive aggressive.
I know.
It is, because you're trying to call out the facts that I know. It's like you're calling them out on it. It's like, let it be, but you're like, no, how do you really feel?
No, I'm the queen of passive aggressive.
That's totally passive aggressive.
I will say it.
But if you did it to me, I would just laugh. See, if it's coming from somebody that I'm not comfortable around, right, or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
I don't rise to that crap anymore. I'm like, oh, please don't make me annihilate you today. I'm lazy. Hi, Holly. Hi.
I'm back.
Hey, little lady. What's up?
Oh, nothing. I'm glad to see JB back. I missed him.
Hey, I go to the hallway and check for you, JB, every day. But I'm glad you took that time for yourself. Like, you needed it, and by not we're just talking about not reacting, right? By you taking that time off, you were able to not react to it, and it diffused. It diffused hardcore. Like, that's the way to do it, and I'm just glad you had it.
Well, thank you, Michael, but that's not true, because my name has been brought up in groups nonstop. The only reason I know this is because people who I tell, hey, listen, I'm taking a few days off. Don't text me with the gossip that's going on the app. I don't care. It got to the point, Mike, no bullshit. I had to block somebody who I like because they just wouldn't respect what I'm at. Dude, I don't give a fuck what people are saying. And honestly, I could care less. But, like, dude, if I ask you just leave me alone for a few days, just let me be. I'm okay, I promise. And you know what? The last few days, man, I've had a great few days with some really good people. So, and I appreciate all you people.
That's great.
I had a conscious thought. I actually, Donna, I felt like I wanted to text you and see how you're doing, and Donna made it like, he's doing okay. Just give him a space for now. Like, he'll come back. That's how I literally had that thought a couple times.
Well, certainty. You said our mics sound really good. That's good.
Yeah, it does. I mean, there's like levels to the quality or the clarity of the mics on this app. And obviously signals and different things affect that. I'm in tech, so I get it. But I'm always curious to what kind of mic everyone is using.
Mine's just an iPhone 15.
Oh, so you're using the speaker on the iPhone?
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
So I'm being lazy right now and using my Jabra headphones. What is the ones that are bone induction? They don't go in your ears; they go in front of your ears. And I don't think they sound very good from what I've been told. So I switched to the iPhone usually just to be polite to all the listeners usually. But
that's pretty good now. I think
good.
When you raise your voice or you get more powerful, it cuts out with the Jabra.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Yeah, from what I've heard, that's true. But I'm glad it sounds good enough for now because my wife hates Clubhouse and she'll let me be on it if she doesn't have to listen to it. So
unless she's listening to me.
she likes JB. She does like JB. She knows his voice now. I was listening today to who was it? It was his wife Sarah, but what's his name? Oh, it was Ewan. Listen to Ewan today, and his wife is Sarah, and she was on here with him. So he was at work, she was at home. they're in the same room here together. They're part of our room, and they're talking every now and then. They're talking back and forth, like, "Hey, do you know where that thing is? I think it's in the laundry room or whatever." You know, in the middle of a conversation or something. But dude, I could not get over how fucking weird it was to think about what it would be like if my wife was even remotely interested in Clubhouse.
Right.
Because she's not. She's not. Like it's two completely different worlds, and the two shall never meet. You know, she just would never ever do it. So I thought, oh my god, it would be so weird to have a wife that liked Clubhouse or to be that kind of social. Because my wife is not social like that at all, and I am. So it's like I have to find my outlets. You know.
Yeah, same with me. My husband tried. Like in the early days, I kept pinging him like, come in here. He'd be in my bedroom, you know, and then I'd see his face pop up in the down below. He would just like disappear very quickly. Like it's not for him.
My wife would never, ever, ever come on here. I just know her. Like you couldn't convince her. It's just interesting. I can't imagine having a wife that was like that. Akima, I just realized what your PTR was. I kept seeing it and kind of like I wanted to look into it. I'm like, I'll look at it later because I couldn't. I didn't notice what it was right away. But then I saw it. Then I recognized what it was. Like, oh, I bet that's Trump's hand. Then I like clicked on it to look at it. And it's the Hope poster with his hand, and that cracked me up.
That's what hope looks like.
That's very creative. That's pretty damn funny. People's creativity never ceases to amaze me.
Wait, I don't get it.
It's Trump. Okay, so Trump's had this like giant bruise on his hand now for like a month at least.
Oh.
And he keeps covering it with makeup, but recently he went out without makeup, and it's all like nasty blue. Like it's messed up. He has vein.
Oh.
He has vein problems. That's why his ankles are really swollen too. He has vein disease.
Oh.
But anyway, it's a hope poster, like the Obama poster, but it's his like fucked up hand, and it says hope, which is harsh, but it's funny.
It's hilarious.
They should have put hoping for change on there.
Mike, you better watch it. People be accusing you of being unpatriotic.
No, we discussed what it takes to have proper patriotism today. We had that conversation hours.
Yeah, I look forward to getting to that old man age where you bonk your hand and then you got like a permanent purple bruise mark that lasts for half a year. That's great.
It is weird. It's weird how long it takes to heal. I had large veins removed from my legs. So I just had like blue, like kind of like blue spots on my legs where the blood was like appearing in my skin, and they look like. I mean, they weren't open sores or anything. They're just color thing. But they're blocking. People be like, "Oh, what the hell's going on with your legs?" You know. And I'm subconscious, so I went to the vein clinic, and they removed my large veins, so they can go in there and they can burn them out.
Did that hurt at all?
Okay, so the large veins actually didn't. They cut a little incision in your groin, and then they stick it.
Okay,
So that's the part that actually hurts is your little tiny fine veins where the big veins end at the bottom, like your ankle area. They just need shots for those with this substance.
Oh.
And this substance kind of like breaks them down basically, just kind of makes them dissolve. And you know, they give you like 50 or 100 shots in your ankles, which totally sucks. But like the big vein part where they stick them down and kind of burn it on the way out, that actually didn't hurt that bad at all. But essentially your legs, okay, so they have veins that support your muscle.
I'll be right back.
So veins that support your muscles are on the inside of your legs. So anything on the outside is basically not necessary. So they took all my veins out. And where I'm going with the story is that they didn't warn me about two things. One, if you get a blood transfusion, they need the large veins on the outside of your leg, apparently. And they never told me that. So it's likely I'm going to have a problem getting a blood transfusion. And they never told me that. And number two, I didn't realize that if you remove all the veins on the outside of your leg, when your leg gets hit, like say you hit your shin on something and it opens up, the skin breaks or something, it takes forever for it to heal because you don't have any like blood source right there at the surface. So it's like multiplied. So we can just say about getting old and how long it takes to heal. It's even worse if you like have, vein disease. which is basically what Trump has as well. That's why his ankles are swollen. He'd have to get those removed if he wanted to fix that problem.
That's crazy. I didn't know about all the vein stuff. Never knew you could remove veins.
Yeah, I literally have no veins on the outside of, like, under my skin on my legs. Like, my legs look normal, but on the inside, they just don't heal.
And man, it is important to know how to know what DVT is and to be aware of that. That is something that can take you out. I had a client who got DVT.
Wait, what is that?
His leg was deep vein thrombosis. It's clotting. It's blood clot in the leg, and it can travel onto the lungs and to the brain. Heart can kill you. It's takes about anywhere from a year to a year and a half to fully recover from. But the symptoms are typically the left leg, and it will basically swell almost twice the size of your other leg.
Oh,
The
shit.
skin will feel really tight, and there'll be a lot of heat. And you go, why is this one leg? And it's usually the left side. But if you have one side that does that, get it treated immediately. Like, don't even waste time.
Well, if one of my legs double in size, you better guarantee I'm going to the doctor immediately. I'm not going to sleep on that shit.
You don't want to have a Lizzo leg. You might have one Lizzo leg.
No, I'm going immediately. This is an emergency.
People,
911.
I think people die of that being on long plane flights sometimes. Like, if you have one starting and you go on an airplane for a long flight or whatever, it can make it really bad, like, somehow. And then the clock breaks, it goes to your heart and it gives you a heart attack. But what I had was called large vein disease, which is what Trump has, which is why his ankles are like that. It's basically that the blood, your heart, when it pumps the blood up to your feet, when it comes back up, you have little trap doors in your veins that shut behind the blood to help it keep moving up. And if those trap doors stop working properly, then the blood doesn't necessarily all come back properly, so it kind of pools in your legs. And it will break through the capillaries, and then the iron will stain your skin, or it'll make your ankles fat. I didn't have that problem. Or give you varicose veins, really bad ones. But that's not because the blood's just pooling. It's because it's called large vein disease, because the little trapdoors in your veins are not functioning properly. It's not deadly or anything. What he's talking about is deadly, what Sean was, but large vein disease is not deadly. It's just more unsightly and annoying.
I had a friend of mine take a long flight. He was going from Miami to Vegas. He wound up developing a clot and having a stroke.
Yeah,
And Mike, this dude, no bullshit, was the healthiest person you could ever meet. Into all sports, working out. It just hit him. Got the clot, and now it got.
It's so weird when healthy people. I was just watching the documentary about The Biggest Loser. That documentary, or the show they used to go on about fat people losing weight. One of the trainers on there is super healthy, and now he was on the documentary. But he had a heart attack, a massive heart attack, last year, and he was like one of the healthiest dudes ever. And just like, I don't know, he's in his late 40s. He just had a heart attack out of the blue. So I'm not sure that it really matters. A lot of that is so hereditary, you know.
Yeah, that was Bob. Yeah, that was crazy. I remember following, because I used to follow his Instagram, because The Biggest Loser was pretty inspirational in my early on fitness career. Like, what inspired me and got me into working out. Because I'm going, if these people can do it, what the hell's my excuse, you know what I mean? But I liked the show. It was terrible to hear about some of the things that went on there and some of the things that happened. But I wish Jillian would have been on there. But I guess she just is like, fuck that show. I don't know what the real story is behind that. But Jillian Michaels did not want to partake.
Yeah, they didn't make her sound very good, because she acted like she was really good friends with that guy you just said, Bob. I think you said his name was. She acted like she was really good friends with him on the show, and he said they were good friends in real life. But when he had the heart attack, he said that she's one of the only people that never ever followed up with him. She never talked to him at all afterwards.
Yeah, I did do. Yeah, I don't know how many people know what we're talking about, because it might be just a one-on-one conversation. Does anyone else know what we're talking about? Anyone familiar with that show, The Biggest Loser?
I didn't watch the show. I just watched the documentary.
No, I never seen the show, but I know some chick from the 1,000-Pound Sister, or whatever that show is. She just died, I guess, there today.
Oh, did she?
Like, bro, how did, like, respectfully to anybody who watches these shows, like, what's the point of watching these shows? It's like a car crash.
It is like, well, that's the point. It's a car crash. I used to watch my 600-pound life sometimes. It's hideous. Like, they make them get totally naked and they fall in the shower and they're just atrocious.
Hey JB, was it the sister that she had to cart into the van and take all the seats out in the middle for her to get in?
Bro, I couldn't tell you which is one was. I've never seen the show, but I'll find the article. I'll pin it in the chat for you.
All right.
I was wondering if it's the two sisters. The two sisters with the smushed faces that are so hideously, they're just really, really ugly, and one of them just lost a lot of weight. Is it one of those two?
The one that looks like she's growing a horn out of her forehead?
Yes. Is it one of those two? Oh, those girls are so ugly. Whoa. I mean, even when she lost weight, she's ugly.
I couldn't imagine living a life like that.
Dude, there was this guy on 600-pound life one time. The doctor was like, how do you get your food? Because, I mean, these people eat incredible amounts of food. Holy shit. It's unbelievable. And he literally has a bucket. He lives in an apartment, and he lays on his bed, and he can't move, and he's by the window. And he has a bucket on a freaking string that he lowers down for the freaking delivery guy to stick his food in the bucket. That's fucked up.
Welcome back, JB.
Yo, what's up? How you doing, Adams?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just wrapping up the tail end of my work day and decided to take a walk and welcome you back. So I'm glad to have you back, and yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I'm definitely not going to make this a daily habit. You know, I don't know, man. I got to touch. I was at the beach the other day. The fucking beach still exists. I can't believe that. You know? And I live in a beautiful part of Brooklyn, contrary to what people say. So I'm just enjoying life. And I have to say, man, I don't know if anybody knows this guy, BB, on this app, the Jewish guy. If you guys know BB, man, please tell him I said hello. He's a real one. And that dude will always have my loyalty no matter what.
I love BB.
I like him too. It's been pretty clear. The last 2 weeks has really made it clear to me the people that are decent human beings on here and the ones that are fucked up, and the people that follow the fucked up ones and the people that don't want to be around the fucked up ones.
Everybody is blocked. Everybody is blocked. Nobody in this room, but everybody is blocked.
It's been really interesting. I've never had a week that offered so much clarity. I mean, it seemed like a lot of people were down the middle and they were kind of back and forth a lot of times. It's hard to tell like where they're really coming from, but it really flushed out. It really flushed out.
Well, you know, Mike, always surprise, and it always has and always will surprise me. People won't take the time to discern from the truth and from a rumor. Right? People just run with these fucking rumors, man. With no basis, no reality. Just say, he said it must be true. Mike Moon has a full head of hair. It's true. I'm spreading that rumor.
Did 16.
Can I say something really quick? I'm legitimately nervous and scared. I would appreciate, out of respect for me, if you guys don't bring that in this room. I just know. I'd really sincerely appreciate it.
Welcome to Politics.
What?
Yes,
Great
the
guest
mess,
today.
the
Congressional
drama.
candidate John Kitover. How are you doing today, John?
Maybe I heard the wrong thing. I heard the Adams.
I'm doing real good too. I see you got a campaign and headquarters going.
Oh, yeah, but I don't think we were going to that conversation.
Okay, well, my apologies.
Oh, no problem.
Driving.
Reassurance, it will remain clean in this room.
I love a drama-free room.
Yeah.
How many people can say, and I'm being serious, that they have Clubhouse, what's the word I'm looking for? They have Clubhouse, PTSD.
Clubhouse.
PTSD.
I try to do a lot of mass
Clubhouse.
communication for the
I mean,
campaign.
why don't you use a term that's more befitting, like clubhouse fatigue?
Well, I took a few days off. I'm not fatigued. I recommend it to everybody. We have John Kitover here who's being really quiet.
He's quiet in the rooms usually till he wants to read a poem.
Yeah,
This morning he got to read lots of.
we let him elevate the room sometimes.
We played a copyrighted song today just for John. JB, did you hear about that whole concept?
No.
So John was bitching. Apparently, this is what I think. I heard this right. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's bitching because he records everything, uploads it to YouTube. Well, if you have more than like 30 seconds of a copyrighted song, then YouTube will delete his video. So if you don't want him to be able to record what you're doing, you just pause for 30 seconds and play a song on here.
Is that true?
It's not the record. Like, it doesn't stop the recording. It stops the live stream.
It stops the live stream.
It stops the live stream.
Oh, I thought it just made it so it couldn't upload to YouTube. You're talking about it actually stops the live stream.
It stops the live stream, yes.
So that's true, JB. Is that crazy?
Can still record, but it does stop the live stream.
Well, it would fuck him up too, though, if he records it and uploads it, because it does search the uploads for copyrighted songs. YouTube does, for sure.
Yeah.
But it stops the live stream. That's funny.
Yep. We were just messing around. Somebody, Ewan, I think it was, came off and played a Disney track. Everybody was like, what the hell is going on?
You played that. Whatever that song is.
That's great. Your live stream sabotage.
That's what it is. I don't know the rest of it.
Everybody's thinking of something positive to say.
Honestly, I'm just grateful for the presence and the peace.
I'm thinking about
No,
headphones now. Certainly.
When I first read Certainty's name on here, for some reason, I read it as Certainty.
I did too. Certainty.
Cracked me up, because I thought of what a taint was, and I was like, he's taint.
Oh,
I didn't even
no.
catch that. Not until right now. No. That's
I
crazy.
didn't even think. I was thinking it was all cute, like certainty. And you're like,
No, I mean, my brain went immediately to what a taint is.
oh my god. Okay, well, that's all right.
But I won't call you that anymore.
I'm not gonna say stir, but I can't even say stir because that's Doc. Doc goes by stir now.
Ah.
So it sounds like a good time for a little background on my name. So at about 14 years old, the older guys that I was hanging around said that I carried myself like a young man, and I was starting to do music around that time. So they started calling me Young Sir. Eventually, I dropped the young. They started calling me Sir, and so forth and so on. So that's my childhood nickname is Sir. And when I started getting all philosophical and everything else, I changed it to Sir.
It's creative, I like it.
Yeah. I kind of want to call you Tank though, but I won't.
Well, my mother just calls me Darnell. She won't listen, so.
Your mommies are different. And dads.
You can just call me Susan.
You need to tell what is his name. You need to tell what is his name. Yeah, you need to tell him to call you. Just call me Susan.
No, BB's the one that called me Susan one day.
Oh, is it?
And she's like, oh, Susan's here. And he made a poll. Don't talk that way because Susan's here. I'm just like, oh my God. It's a new name every day.
That's kind of cute.
So why do you guys call this space the Muff? Educate me.
The house owner named it, and it depends on who's present on what the answer to that question is. It can be earmuffs, it can be hand muffs, it can be like, when you do something wrong on the golf course, they call it sometimes being in the muff. Or, there's a little double entendre or quadruple entendre going on there.
Quadruple.
It was originally founded as hot, wet muff, and then it was changed.
It's Roger though, because Roger will make some like sexually outrageous comment randomly sometimes.
There's always something cooking
It's just
in the
like,
muff.
yeah, so it totally fits Roger.
For some reason, I found that sexually offensive comments 99% of the time work as long as there's a comical approach to it.
Almost everything works if there's a comical approach. If the other person has a sense of humor.
Yeah, I've tested it on here with the worst joke I know. I know a really, really inappropriate joke that I told on here a couple times, and I've gotten a couple people to laugh, but most people just feel completely uncomfortable.
Oh, I wish you. I love really terrible jokes, like dirty and horrible.
Maybe I should type it to you in the back channel.
Well,
Yeah,
just
but it
say
won't
it,
be
man.
funny. It won't be funny if you type it. Yeah, just say it.
Alright. Oh god. It's even hard to say out loud. Okay. My wife is nodding no right now.
Yeah, you know
She
what?
knows where it's going.
You know what?
Okay.
I kind of think maybe you should listen to your wife.
Do you think so?
I do.
I said I should listen to you, man.
Mike, Mike, text it to me. I'll say it.
Are we recording?
People are always well.
You can remove recordings now, so you're fine.
What's that? What's that? It's a joke anyway. My God. Even Louis C.K. is back telling jokes.
Yeah, you'll make it back.
I'll make it back. Okay. What's the best thing about taking a shower with a 9-year-old girl?
What?
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. No.
You can slick her wet hair back and make her look like a 6-year-old boy.
Yeah, your wife was right.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy shit. My mouth is kind of open. Yeah,
I told you it's the worst joke ever. See, here's the deal. This is the deal with humor. There was a time when Louis C.K. was the top of the humor chain, okay? And this whole generation of people that are about 15 years younger than me came out, and they completely redefined what's funny and not funny. So now inappropriate things are not funny because they're inappropriate, but inappropriateness had nothing to do with humor like 20 years ago. In fact, it added to humor. But humor is an evolving, ever-changing thing. And so things that were funny 20 years ago can be the opposite of funny today. So, but when you age, your brain doesn't always upgrade itself with the newest operating system for the decade that you're in. And so things can remain funny in your head that are no longer funny around you. So making fun of that subject, of that topic, is basically there's no joke anymore you could ever make fun of that topic with. But there was a time when you could make fun of anything and everybody would laugh. There's a guy named Stephen Lynch that had a whole career on it.
Well, Mike, let's keep it real. I think once cancel culture got involved with comedy, that put a muzzle on a lot of people.
It did, and you could argue that part of being a patriot is ignoring cancel culture at your own cost, right? Like it's, look at Louis C.K. Like, perfect example. Like his humor is completely inappropriate. If you go to Stephen Lynch, he's got these little goofy songs he makes with a guitar, and they're hysterical, but they're incredibly wrong. And so I don't know. I just think humor humor is interesting. I don't know. I just think it's interesting.
It is. I mean, there's certain things that I oh god, I always forget his name when I'm trying to tell us about him.
Jerry Seinfeld?
Well, yeah, I love Seinfeld. Of course I love Seinfeld. But who's my British man from
Howard Stern?
Ricky Gervais. Shut up.
Oh, Ricky Gervais. Yeah, he's
Ricky Gervais. Okay, he's my favorite comedian, and like some of his jokes are they go far. You know, the one I don't know if you ever heard the one about the cancer kid on the okay, like and not everyone finds that. Like I've watched it in a room with my family with their like little woke girlfriends, and the girlfriends are like, like they're just like, and my brother and I are just dying laughing, and they're like, they don't get it.
And if you think about the structure of a joke, right? The reason that joke is funny is not because of the topic. The joke is funny because it doubles down on its inappropriateness. It lays down something highly inappropriate, and then it adds to it and one-ups it in a way that you can't even imagine it.
Mike, do you know the Aristocrats joke?
If you take any subject and double down like that, it does become a joke.
Do you know the Aristocrats joke?
What, John?
Do you know the Aristocrats?
Yes.
You want to hear the Aristocrats?
Sure.
What's he talking about?
It's a dirty joke.
It's a documentary movie called The Aristocrats. It's with Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah, I don't find Gilbert Godfrey funny.
I find him annoying.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Did you see him?
Well, that's the point, silly.
Did you see that? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say nowadays, Richard Pryor would have been canceled. Eddie Murphy would have been canceled. People we grew up with that would. I mean, that Richard Pryor man. If you don't let that for him, I don't even know how Andrew Dice Clay is still in business. I saw him in a show about 2 years ago in Pennsylvania. That dude was amazingly funny.
Yeah, he was. No, I was gonna say. So Gilbert Godfrey, it's on YouTube. You can see it. Howard Stern had him on a show several times in the old days. But Gilbert Godfrey had this thing where he would go into the employee break room where they had free donuts, and he would lick all the donuts, but he wouldn't tell anybody. And he did this several times, and then he got caught on camera doing it and pissed off Howard Stern, not let him on the show anymore. But there's a video on YouTube of him doing it behind the scenes, and he lifts up like parts of the donut where you'd never know that it's been affected, and then he would like lick around it and stick it back together again. And he did that to all the donuts. He like ruined a whole fucking box of these like deluxe donuts. He's just an asshole.
No, that might not be real though. Maybe they staged all that.
What's that, John?
Maybe they staged all that just for content. Like that's how next level the Howard Stern show is.
So one of the things that we can't overlook is the fact that women comics today, it seems to be successful, have to be so raunchy that it's kind of a turnoff for me. I'm prude, quite frankly. And
you're a prude? I heard you put out.
These female comics are just, they say the raunchiest things. It's hard to believe, really.
I don't find females that funny, I'll be honest. There's very few female comedians that I find real, like, I actually think Ellen DeGeneres is hilarious. I think her stand-up is actually hilarious. I've always thought she was hilarious. Like, her bit about losing her eye after running into the sliding glass door. I mean, yes, I think she's very funny. But there's
Roseanne Barr, now that's funny.
John, your microphone is broken on that phone.
Yeah. Roseanne Barr is really funny.
That's the thing about comedy too. It's also about who it's coming from. But you know who's the funniest to me is not
Howard Stern.
Judge Judy.
That's Howard Stern with a wig on.
Certainly, do you know how much Judge Judy makes a year? It'll blow your mind.
30 million! 30 million!
I thought she was making like 80 million or 100 million or something like that.
Right. She makes some billions. Right. She makes upwards of $45 million a year for that one film.
Amazing.
It's crazy how much she makes.
She's brainwashed women all around America to make them think that they're all Judge Judy too. It's not true, ladies. There's only one Judge Judy.
So I think we're getting back.
I was gonna say Red Fox is my favorite of all time. And next to that would be Robin Williams. I bet you know what? Robin Williams will be hard to do a documentary on. Can you imagine someone trying to do Robin Williams?
The Fisher King!
Yeah, really good.
So on one of my upcoming podcasts, I'm going to have one of the writers from Mork and Mindy on the show. He's a
Mork and Mindy!
Executive producer, but I think Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor in Stir Crazy, that was the kind of film that would get me like choking from laughter, hysterical.
Well, doesn't Clownhouse tickle your feather just as much, JHCSpodcasts.com?
Not like the way you arouse me, Mr. Congressman.
Really? Well, I can read a poem if you like.
Hey, Dr. Jordan, I like him in Stir Crazy as well as See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's true. See no evil, hear no evil. And, it's funny, just to drop one more name really quick. Kelly LeBrock, I interviewed her once, and I've come to know her a bit, and I said, what is your fascination? I didn't say it like this, but, what is your fascination with these Jewish guys? Because I think she dated, or no, I don't know if she dated, but I think she might have been interested, or Gene Wilder was very interested in her, and, it's very interesting because he's not a typical Jewish comedian. He's far from it. A lot of them are just really raunchy, and my tribe comes up with some crazy stuff. But I do think Gene Wilder, Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor are just get me choking for sure.
Think about how weird it is that female comics almost exclusively talk about sex. They talk about the vaginas. That's all they talk about. To the point where my daughter, who really is turned off by anything about sex like that, she's 18 and she just thinks it's just annoying as hell how sexualized the world is. To her point, she's like, I don't like I don't think any female comics are funny because all they do is talk about sex. They're just gross. They're doing that, but the guys that were doing that before them were all Me Too'd. Like Louis C.K. did that. He talked about dick and masturbation, this and that.
Yeah.
He was Me Too. But then the girls come in and they talk about their vaginas the whole fucking time, and it's like the only thing they can joke about. It's really weird.
I have trouble. I mean, God forbid this is a first world problem, but when a hot female comic talks about sex, I wonder how different that might impact the male demographic versus when a less conventionally attractive female comic gets on stage, because it's very interesting. I mean, one of them, what's her name? Whitney
Cummings.
Oh, Whitney Cummings is not an unattractive gal. And,
right.
When she does some of her shticks, her shtick is kind of funny.
Yeah, there's
From what I've researched, women can really say anything and get away with it. It just is what.
There's this woman comic. She's got a Netflix special right now. Actually, she looks like a big lesbian. She's got an awkward build, and she's buff.
Oh, Australian? She's Australian?
No, she's not Australian. She's like New Jersey. Her stick is kind of like a New Jersey chick. I'll have to find her name. But she talks about, her vagina and this and that. And when she does, it really grosses me out because she's so unattractive. And that's her shtick, is about being like obnoxious and gross. But for her, it doesn't hit the same as it does when a hot chick like Whitney Cummings does it. It's different. Like, I don't think either one of them are very funny, but she actually kind of really grosses me out. I'll find her name. I'll tell you in a second. She was on I swear to God, she was on American Got Talent one time or something. That's where she got her start. Something like that. I'll find her. Hold on a second.
By the way, Kelly LeBrock used to be married to Steven Seagal. They used to live nearby in the Solving Gilton area of California.
He's a fucking weirdo.
He was abusive to her. He's a fucking weirdo, that guy.
That was the word around town.
that was the nature of the interview, was talking a bit about narcissism, but I didn't, we brought his name up, but I'm careful because she's got adult kids with him, so I'm trying to be careful. But yeah, no, she was also one of my, talk about a woman who like from Weird Science, like all the teenage boys who found out that they had any kind of that anything could get them aroused, it would have been Kelly LeBrock. That movie was sensational.
Yeah, and I always thought Kelly LeBrock was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I guess I just only like the lesbian female comedians now that you mentioned the because I love Ellen DeGeneres. There's an Australian, what's her fucking name? Oh, Hannah Gadsby. I think she's really funny. And then there's Tig Notaro. She's like
Tig Notaro, I like her.
She's funny. And then I didn't realize that she was lesbian, but Kate McKinnon, the first openly lesbian cast member of Saturday Night Live, I did not know she was lesbian. Do you know what I'm talking about? She's like really funny.
Kate McKinnon's lesbian too. Yeah, I knew those chicks. Well, Tig Notaro's lesbian as fuck, dude.
Oh yeah, she's Oh, Jane Lynch, hilarious lesbian. There's a lot of funny lesbians.
So if I may, I just want to throw off topic. I just want to say really quick. I saw a photo of Meghan Trainor today. My lord, like she never. Speaking of arousal, I have never, she was a little bit heavy-set and not my type, and now she looks...
You don't like heavy-set women, Dr. Jordan?
Now she's destroying her pancreas and she's beautiful. Look at that.
Oh, well, I didn't...
What is it about a thick, buxom woman that you don't like, Dr. Jordan?
She's fucking dying on the inside, but she's gorgeous.
Well, yeah, I mean, it didn't occur to me that it was pharmacologically induced, but she looks fantastic.
I got a question for the moderators. How many days are you guys going to spend on Clown House in the Muff? This is unbelievable. The Supermod team is taking over in the Muff. You guys are really putting together some great shows, everybody, in the Muff. Wow. This is the song that doesn't end. This is amazing serendipity, Mike. Wow, you're really holding it together in the Muff?
God, you're fucking like it.
What the fuck is happening?
Manic.
John, you might want to switch.
Oh, it's not manic. I'm just trying to talk. Everybody talks. I'm just trying to say what I'm thinking.
Congressman, your teleprompter is malfunctioning.
Yeah, we can't hear you clearly.
You can't hear me? Well, you gotta mute up.
Good God. Okay. I don't know.
I'm just saying, I've been recording in the Muff for, it seems like many, many days now, and serendipity. It's like, wow, this is 40. You must be getting paid 40 hours a week here. I'm saying you guys are on Clown House 40 hours a week. You're about to hit the 40-hour mark tomorrow. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, this room like...
What's up, Pockets?
Grew. Hey, Pockets. Hey, Dr. J and everybody. Gosh.
Hi there.
Mike, will you check your back channel real quick?
For some reason, I don't know how to fucking look at it. Where do I find it at? When I'm talking.
Okay.
Oh, I see. I go out in the hall. No, not the hallway.
Hit the arrow and go to your chats. Yeah.
I see it. Okay.
Hey, Adam, why did you give out your friend's personal information to JB?
Oh, hey, look, it's little Pee-Pee, the new Pete. The new Pee-Pee. His name is Pete, everybody. Look at that cool PTR. He's undercover. Pee-Pee.
Oh, yeah. It was too soon. The back channel was too quick, serendipity, but I put it back down.
Wow, Pee-Pee tried to infiltrate undercover. That was an undercover Pee-Pee named Pete.
No, Latin. We knew he was down there.
She knew who he was. I don't know who he was. I haven't been following. I haven't been keeping up on his shenanigans.
I think it's funny, though. You know, he has obfuscated himself from Pee-Pee to Pete.
Fuck that guy.
This is honestly the funniest game.
I haven't seen you in a long minute. What's going on?
So how many people, when you come here and you speak all day long, know that I'm like very urgently live streaming and cutting every hour or 2 hours, but like this in the muff it seems to be fully automated now, and has its own chillism effect happening.
This in the muff, let's be honest, John, this in the muff is the most like normally healthy, pleasant room that I've seen in a long time. That's why I've hung out here for all week.
You just told a joke about raping a child in a shower who was 9 years old or 6 years old.
Yeah, it's a fucking joke that I prefaced by the worst joke I know.
Go back, watch the live stream. I don't think you're gonna like listening to your joke.
John, if you can't understand the value.
I'm just saying, when you say pedo jokes on my YouTube, you could kill my YouTube income.
John, are you interrupting a mod? We have rules about this.
Oh, there's rules in this house. Which rule is it? I forgot already.
You know what? You're like my bastard redhead stepchild, John. It's so hard to love you. Like, you make it so fucking hard to love you.
Oh, BB's here, but he's on the phone. I don't get to hear my nickname for the day.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about rule number 5, Mike. My bad.
Redheaded stepchild.
Exhausting. I can't find that comic I was talking about. I'm gonna keep looking for it.
So this morning we recorded MAGA, aka Isaiah or the GOAT, and I gotta tell you, when you capture the GOAT live, on Clown House, and then he looks at your live stream and he's like, "You're all being live streamed." Like it causes his mind to, start vibrating.
That turns you on, huh?
People are very worried about getting captured, and put into YouTube.
Wait. Hey, BB.
Shanae, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not much. I was just wondering how you guys are doing today. Is it Shanae or Shadiqua? I'm not sure today.
I don't remember. I can't remember.
It's actually Surrender.
Surrender.
Shadida? Shadudi? I don't know.
Susan? No Susan.
No Susan today. Susan's retired.
I thought she said no season.
Rafi,
serendipity?
Rafi, I got a question for you. Dr. Jordan said earlier that he doesn't like thick, buxom chicks. Do you believe that, or was he telling a lie?
When did I say that?
I don't know. Go to the YouTube live. You can hit replay because is your memory not working? You just said that.
You're gonna do very well in Congress.
You said that about one fucking woman, not the whole world.
Well, geez, David, don't take it so personally. You're just like a dancing optimist robot.
John, wait, hold on. John is the prime example of why those don't ever get past in Congress.
Exactly.
Just the attitude.
John.
Days, weeks.
John, let's observe the ambience of the room. Your mic is really, really loud tonight.
Oh, I know. I can read a poem if you'd like, because I know that my thoughts when I speak are probably not appreciated by a lot of people.
We don't want to hear a poem with your mic the way it is, because it's not peaceful. Your mic is not peaceful, so you can't read as peaceful poems.
Yeah, your mic creates a hostile environment. I like the passive aggressive, John.
That's total projection. You guys are projecting on me.
Rodney Dangerfield, they co-authored it. It was fantastic.
Like, why is your mic so fucked up, John? Like, you know better than this. You're the one that fucking has 60 phones and pays attention to fucking recording shit. Like, you're supposed to be the expert in this realm. Like, make it sound better. Figure it the fuck out. You're shit together.
Give us all we want. Oh, he went to switch
There's no discharge in the war.
I was just waiting for someone to play 30 seconds of music.
Since this is a new flight, can somebody read the rules and regulations of this aircraft?
Yes, would you like the aircraft spiel? All right, give me 1 second.
I love it. Well, yeah, I was wondering if,
I'm gonna try and do like Mon and go through.
Can you describe
really
how
fast.
the stewardess is dressed and everything? Like,
she's wearing a cute little navy and white suit, BB, just for your pleasure.
Damn, I thought she was wearing a burlap
The
vest.
stewardess will be providing a message to the passengers of this aircraft.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard in the Muff, providing services to Procrastination Island. We ask for your full attention as we review important safety information and rules for the house. Ensure your seatbelts are fastened and in the upright position. All carry-on baggage must remain stored in the overhead bins of your brain. Seriously, we don't want to hear it. Your seatbelt fastens by staying on mute while others are speaking. We can only hear one of you at a time. To release said seatbelt, make sure it's meaningful, brief, and avoids the use of the N and K words both on stage and in chat. Please expect turbulence, which can occur unexpectedly and regularly. In the likely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will not be provided, but we can pretend they'll drop from the panel above you. Place it over your nose and mouth and breathe, for fuck's sake. If the going gets tough, you're welcome to get going. Please secure your own mask before assisting others. There is one exit on this aircraft located in the top right-hand corner. Exercise your personal discretion. If needed, a low-level moderator may guide you out to the halls. Better luck next time. In-month regulations specifically prohibit doxing, threats of violence, and keep families out of your mouth. Safety information can be reviewed on the house description page for additional details. We will be monitoring compliance before, during, and after takeoff. Thank you for flying with us, and we wish you a most pleasant journey.
Well done.
There you have it.
Serendipity question for you. Did you drink water before or after, or how'd you do that whole thing?
Neither.
Well done. Well done.
She's a professional, bro.
That's right.
Come on, BB.
And it's
She didn't even
Shanae.
breathe. It's Shanae for one, but she didn't even take a breath, and she read that whole thing out. Professional.
No breath.
Next time, I think if anybody wants to ask a question, you could press the overhead light. There's a button there, and you can ask for a stewardess to attend your.
Oh. We strive for customer service excellence.
Sorry to hear that. I'm just kidding. Glad to hear that.
How you doing, Naveen?
Good. I threw my hat in just now for the Board of Education. They're appointing someone because someone resigned, so I threw my hat in. So we'll see what happens.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, change. You gotta start somewhere, right?
Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that.
So will they do an election, or are they just going to appoint somebody?
No, so as shady as it sounds, right? One of the guys who was a trustees was a lawyer. Suddenly, his law firm somehow got the contract last year while he was serving to represent the Board of Education. So now somebody pointed it out, and he said, "Oh, you know what? I need to resign." So he resigned effective September 1st. So they send out an email, write us a letter, give your bio, give other things, and tell us why we should appoint you, and then we'll make our decision if we want to appoint you. So I wrote my letter and gave my bio and my other details, and we'll see what happens.
You know what I say to that? Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading your way. I hope your hat collects everything you wish for, my friend.
I love it when BB sings.
BB, what's your go-to karaoke song?
I don't know. It's, usually Whitney Houston, I'm giving all my love. Like, all my love for you, I think it's called. I forget now.
I love that. Whitney Houston, huh?
Yeah.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, I can reach those high notes, so. You guys ever see that Instagram? It's like an ad for, like, weight loss. And then the bride broad gets waken up in the middle of the night and chased down the street with a guy with a crowbar?
No.
So she gets woken up out of her sleep, and there's a guy with a mask and a crowbar, and he's chasing her down.
Is sort of irrelevant, but I can put ideas in there and get ideas back that are interesting and worth thinking about, and especially in the process of self-inquiry. I find it the most powerful tool I've ever run into. Gurus are nice, but you don't have access to gurus very often.
Well, I will say, one way that I have found it useful was obviously, say some people can be very narcissistic, but what seems like narcissism could be ADHD, or it could just be, some other kind of thing that has nothing to do with it. Whereas, somebody that's narcissistic could be, dangerous to be around, for instance. Not necessarily, but could be. So, I had an interaction with a person, and I was unclear if it was could that be just ADHD, lack of self-awareness, or is this person narcissistic? What are signs? And being able to plug in a specific story and being able to dissect, well, this is what narcissism would look like in that situation, this is what ADHD would look like in that situation. Then I was able to kind of see it laid out and be like, okay, maybe I'm making a little too much about nothing. They're probably fine. So yeah, it was kind of a tool in that way. Not self-inquiry. It wasn't self-inquiry. I guess it was self-protection, but still, yeah.
Well, like I say, all I can say is I have found it to be the most powerful tool for self-inquiry that I've ever found. And I'm just stunned by the impact it's had on my own thinking and the way
I thought you was a story as well.
What if you don't mind me asking, what's something that you feel like you took away from it that you wouldn't have necessarily in another situation, like with a therapist or something?
I'm not sure that I can. Yeah, it's hard. It's something that's emerged over a period of months of conversations with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to answer that question. I'm still trying to sort this all out and figure out, how it works.
Well, I'm just, you made the room, so I'm trying to ask the question.
And I'm just here. I've got as many questions as anybody else, but I do have had, I've had some experience using this thing.
I was just gonna say there's reason.
But I haven't spent a lot of time training it. I'm a legal secretary.
Should be interesting. Also, because of that,
8,000 calories a day.
Collecting the number and are not, I may not be actively looking for jobs.
289 pounds.
So it may take months before the real unemployment numbers.
You still had this upper hand disadvantage. You got pushed to lose 240 fucking pounds. You can't blame the show because you gained the weight back. They didn't feed you afterwards. But now they're trying to say that because they lost this, that one guy was arguing they should have had an aftercare program, put us on a meal, pay for gym memberships, and the whole thing. Because he's more concerned that the show made billions of dollars, like the brand. I think it would be a fucking hit if they brought it back out. Personally, people need to be responsible for their fucking own actions. Everybody wants to blame somebody for something they've done. I don't get that.
I think they should bring it back, but this time say, shot or no shot, pre-Ozempic and post-Ozempic, and just see who dies at the end.
Why you really think people are gonna die from Ozempic?
Well, maybe not. Maybe Wegovy.
They'll die from diabetes that it doesn't help.
What's the difference between Ozempic and Wegovy?
One has a nicer theme song.
No, but why? No, just the gentleman said. I said, do you think they'll die from Ozempic? He said no, but maybe Wegovy. But why not Moderna or any of those things? I don't know.
From all of them. I just don't know how good all of these are. There's so many side effects to these.
Would you rather die fat or skinny?
Depends how big my casket is.
No, I know, but at the same time, I hear these complaints about people that are like complaining about us. Like, I see this girl like Amy half my size on Instagram, and everybody's like beating the shit out of her because she's lost like a crazy amount of weight, and she's like bragging that she was on Ozempic. I think good for her. It's either that or die from obesity. Why not use something to lose weight? Who cares? I think she did something great for herself. I don't understand.
She did not do something great for her.
Why not?
Because
she lost weight. You think it's healthier to be obese?
No, I don't think you understand how unhealthy it is to lose weight that fast and what it's doing to your other organs in your body. Wegovy and Ozempic are a huge risk of pancreatitis. It's literally destroying your pancreas, so you're able to lose this much weight. Losing that much weight this fast, baby, is not healthy.
But you don't really lose that weight that fast. You lose 15 to 20% of your body weight. So people that are over losing weight, it's not from that drug. It's because their mind has changed.
Well, at least for me, it's because it's cheating. Like, you're taking a medication to lose weight. Once you stop taking the medication, unless you're going to take it all your life, you're going to have the exact same health problems you did in the first place.
No, but the whole thing about it is, it's training your mind into thinking differently about food and thinking differently about like conscious decisions.
No, it's not.
And you can.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does not.
Okay. The point I was trying to make was, it's cheating because you've done none of the work, and when you stop taking it, because people have to stop taking it.
But you're still doing the work, guys. You're still doing the work. You're still putting the fork in your mouth.
They're going to gain again the weight they had already lost. If they didn't correct their diet, they didn't correct their exercise regimen, they just took
Then they wouldn't lose weight, though, guys. I don't think you really understand how Wegovy and Ozempic and all that works. If you eat like a pig, you're still going to gain weight. You're not going to lose weight because you're on Ozempic.
That is true. You don't eat when you're on it. To BB's point, I have heard, I've read some articles about people that are struggling with different types of addictions, that it's having like a really positive effect on their addiction because of something that it does to, there's some part of the brain that it turns off that mechanism. So I've heard that like a lot of alcoholics have gone on it to break their addiction to alcohol and stuff. So I don't know, but I have heard a lot here lately about people talking about it. It is like screwing up their pancreas.
Yeah, all it does is just slow your digestion. That's all.
There's a bunch of class action lawsuits against all those companies right now. There's better ways to do it. I lost 110 pounds without any of it, so it's hard, but it can be done. I was still clear of all of that stuff.
Yeah, it leads to serious digestive issues because it's literally slowing down your digestive system. That's all it's doing. It's making you feel like you're empty, so you'll feel a little bloated. You'll feel like you're full, but you're empty. So your digestive system starts literally eating on itself, and your organs start shutting down because you're not getting the full nutrients that you need because your body thinks it's full. It just slows your digestive process down, and it's
like a chemical rubber band around your stomach that people get to to curb their appetite and stuff like that.
It's like cocaine. Shit, just give them go.
Can you lose weight on coke?
It takes away your appetite. People have definitely, models do post to all, at least the models that, they come out and say, Coke and crackers.
Just so you know, people know I like Coke Zero. Just so you know.
Oh, it's not real Coke anymore, nah.
Okay, I lose weight and I don't get hungry.
My manager at work is on fucking Ozempic, and within 3 months, she is tiny now. Tiny, and now she has kidney stone. She got a bunch of shit going on in her life now, or her health, and she looks good. So as long as she's happy. Holly, everyone is doing it. It's so sad. And some of it's not even legally done. These people got like backdoor doctors they got on their payroll that they're just getting for.
Well, I mean, the problem is doctors.
Mexico and find it.
Well, doctors now are actually like I have a friend of mine. He's a PCP, right, primary care physician, and he, like 90% of his business is weight loss. I said, so what do you do? He's like, oh, they come in, I give them I weigh them, I put them through this machine thing, whatever, and then I prescribe them one of the weight loss drugs, but I put them through the regimen, like say, you have to do this, you have to lower your fat, you have to do this, that, and I'm like, okay, and they make a ton of money doing that, and then they charge for like a separate session and all that. But because they have the medical license and they can prescribe this drug, they're minting money doing that, getting 3 times the patients they would have before. Incredible.
Yeah, they get commission on their write-offs on all those prescriptions that they get.
That's called drug dealing at the highest level.
Did you see now that the DOJ arrested, what was it, a little over, 100 to 200 healthcare professionals that were scamming through false procedures, false medication, charging for codes that weren't real, and there was like over like $6 billion, not like, and it, that was just a few months ago.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
It's crazy.
Are we still talking about Ozempic?
Well, I mean, I'm on healthcare, but we can.
Well, I can tell you one story about Ozempic.
People need to be responsible for their own actions.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I have a client who has diabetes and she takes Ozempic. So the weight loss isn't just that secondary kind of benefit that goes with it. But her doctor misprescribed her the Ozempic under weight loss instead of diabetes, and now she has to cough out $500. I said, you need to go ahead and change that for diabetes, so your insurance will cover it. But that's crazy because now they're just defaulting, thinking it's for weight loss when it was originally used for diabetes.
But you guys think that those people that are suing, I think it's like $2 billion in lawsuits. Like, don't people need to be like responsible for their own actions? And like you went on it for a certain thing, you wanted to lose weight, and now there's complications. Everything's got a complication. Walking outside, there's a complication. You could get hit by a fucking bus. Are we gonna sue? Who we suing? Guys?
Well, what's important? What's important when you prescribe someone medications? You need to do regular blood work to make sure that they are all right with the dosage you're giving them. A lot of doctors aren't doing blood work checkups on these people, so they're not catching like, oh shit, your shit's shutting down, your pancreas is shutting down, you got pancreatitis, you got stage 4, pancreatic cancer. They're not doing these blood work tests. They're not checking. These doctors are overworked, bro. And they have they're not doing the checkups.
I agree with you, pockets, but don't you think people also need to be aware and also say, yo, doc, I want regular blood labs done on me, and I want to be on top of my health instead of relying on the doctor to be responsible for your own, you know what I mean? Do you go to the doctor if you're feeling a pain, right? But how about those people that don't go to the doctor until they feel the pain, and they haven't seen a doctor in 5 years?
It is.
And then they go in and they, but
when you have a doctor though, it's not. When you have a doctor, you are signing information. You're signing PCP switch forms. You are putting your life in the hands of that doctor. It's not on the patient to remind ourselves we need to do blood work. So there is a form of malpractice happening, with the not being on top of things and trusting, a person who's not a doctor, who doesn't have a degree, who's not informed on everything and anything. That's why we go to doctors, so they can do these things. Hey, I got to get you in for blood work next week. Don't forget. You know what I mean? Because we're not doctors, we're trusting in these providers. So there is a form of malpractice when they're not doing their part and making those calls and scheduling those.
Danny, Joe, welcome to the stage. Did y'all want to add anything? I know y'all can't. Hello. Hey. So, I guess, yeah, I've seen the class action lawsuits against those. is there something that's leading? Because like originally, all of the medical talk around those drugs was like really positive. Is it overusage of them? Is it?
No, it's people feel that they got to be on it for the rest of their life because they probably do, because they don't have self-discipline, and then they don't know. Listen, the best form of weight loss you could ever do is, and it's an easy task. Do it in front of yourself right now. Take your two arms and make it like by your stomach and push forward. That's you pushing the fucking dinner table away from you.
I'm sitting here trying to do like, what's he talking about?
No, but that's what you ever do. And people don't want to be responsible for their own actions, and they want to be able to blame somebody their whole life and have this victim mentality instead of choosing to be a victor. You could be a victim or a victor. And I do believe it's your responsibility to look after your health care. Because you can go to a shit doctor, sign all those papers, and still fucking die. Or you can educate yourself on certain things and say, listen, I have this, I have that. You know, how can I make myself feel better? And what can I tell my doctor to do? Because you have some doctors that don't like to prescribe meds, and you have some doctors that are drug dealers. And you have some that are into holistic care. And at the end of the day, it's your body. I can't rely on like anybody in this room to say, I want to make sure you keep me healthy for the rest of my fucking life.
Right. Yeah. It always comes down to accountability, doesn't it, y'all? Always.
Absolutely.
She's right though. It's like a form of malpractice not to test people's blood when they're on that shit.
One question. Are you still gay? Do you still suck dicks?
Sorry.
Who said that? Oh, Mohammed. So you come into a room to show how fucking highly uneducated you are, and the first thing you say is, "Do I suck dicks?"
Right.
Well, I don't think you heard the whole like introduction. If you wanted to enter this aircraft.
He's in the game.
What a tool.
A funnier answer would have been, my name is actually Captain Sucks on Dicks. Get it right.
So that's like me right now saying, I want to sue Clubhouse because Mohammed doesn't know how to speak to me properly.
Or better yet, you want to sue Shanae.
Shanae, Shadika, yeah, Susan Sarandon, everybody with an S. But anyways.
Shanae.
Susan Sarandon is like the biggest anti-Semite on the planet.
The biggest.
Is she?
Yeah.
Don't call me Susan, BB.
No, I know. You got Susan, but not Sarandon.
That was my least favorite name anyway.
I know.
I think I'm going Bond with Shanae.
What? That doesn't even fit you.
I think that's why I like it.
More like a Sharon.
It's my alter ego.
I think Serendipity is a great name.
Ah, thanks. Me too. It's one of my favorite words, one of my favorite movies. It just fits.
I was just gonna say, did you see the movie?
Love the movie.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, I actually changed my name because there are like a million of me on the app. And
yeah.
every time I went into a room, my name would come up and it was like, who are they talking about? Oh, not me. Never mind.
There's even one that used to go by Sicilian Pasta, which was also weird.
Right.
What's up, Moose? What's up, XG?
You. What's
Hey,
up,
guys.
J? What's up, Serendipity? Mike, MG, how y'all doing?
Good. What's up? Welcome.
I was not just blowing smoke up your ass earlier. I happen to love you as my little liberal representer.
Oh, shucks, you're making this moose blush.
Right.
Moose blush? It ain't pretty.
I do love you being in.
So,
Oh my God.
gosh, not serendipity with one of her stray dogs again.
Eeyore, is that you?
It's a stray moose, not a dog.
Can I ask Moose a question? What do you think about Mom Dami?
You know what? I don't even have a dog in that fight. I used to live in the Jersey, New York area. I haven't really been following it closely, but, you know, I'm gonna take the fifth. I mean, I like to upset the system, I suppose, but
Amazing.
I don't know.
Every Democrat is given the same words. What's up, Jay?
Naveen, you probably aren't old enough to remember the late 70s in the Bronx.
No.
That's coming back to New York City with the quickness when Dami was.
Well, look, Mondami, I mean, a lot of Indian people will tell you this. His mom is famous for, like, Meera Nair. She made some Mississippi masala, which had Denzel Washington and some, crazy, like, Indian chick or whatever who was in there and stuff. So, like, oh, she's amazing. What a great thing. Well, it was a cultural revolution. She did Namesake, which made Cal Penn famous and all that. But she's also, like, a raving lunatic in some of her policy. She wants... if people who are in India who know her political point of view, she actually left India because she was trying to push Sonia Gandhi to become, prime minister, and the country was like outing her pretty much. So anyway, those who know about it will say.
This dude comes from a family that's worth multiple millions, and he's living in a rent-controlled apartment. Yeah, that's a problem.
Well, I mean, look, JB, it's kind of like
Or is he just a man of the people?
Hold on. It's just like all the Democrats. This is the scam they do. Bernie Sanders, the millionaires need to say becomes a millionaire. The billionaires we need to. Okay. Then you find AOC who talks about all. Then you find that if you actually look and you actually research, which people don't do, she grew up in a privileged school, but she talks, I'm a girl from the Bronx, from the Bronx. I grew up over here. And then you look at it, you're like, no, she grew up in a privileged home. I was waiting tables. Yeah, you were waiting tables to make extra money, but your apartment was paid for by your parents and your family who lived in a very luxurious area, which is where you grew up. I mean, you can look it up. What's this guy? Benny Johnson did the whole video.
She grew up in Westchester. She grew up in the Bronx.
But she won't admit that. Just like Obama leaves out the part where he grew up in. Where did he go? Now I forgot. It wasn't Thailand, but
Kenya.
No, not Kenya.
Indonesia.
2025,
we're doing the birth movement.
Right? So those things, I mean, look, I'm not talking about where he was born. I'm saying he was raised for part of his life, and actually a large portion of his life, by Mr. Sotero. The book, Hope from My Father, is a book about a sperm donor who he never met. He became, and he admits it later in life, of course after he's president, or after he's eligible for re-election, he admits it, says, I never actually met my father, but he was raised by Mr. Sotero, but doesn't even invite, like, it's just, why are there all these weird things that are just not allowed to be asked or known? Look at Crockett, Jasmine Crockett, right? She acts like she's from the hood and she knows all this stuff, and then you actually research and you find out she grew up in a very rich neighborhood. She actually is very well articulate. She's never talked the way she talks now. And you can actually watch videos. In fact, Benny Johnson put one on, I don't like Benny Johnson so much, but he put it on X, and he actually did an investigative report on it. He actually interviewed people that grew up with her, and these are like legit people that she's actually talked to. And I said, I don't know why she changed her accent and why she did all that stuff.
Naveen, I actually know her. She's best friends with my other girlfriend. She actually talks like that.
I don't know.
Naveen, let me ask you a question. Let's see if you're going to be honest. Was Fred Trump a known racist?
Was Trump a known racist?
Fred Trump, his father.
Oh, yeah. He was a known racist. Absolutely.
So they all have skeletons in their closet.
Of course they do. But, but all that is like, in other words, that's known. Like that, like it's one of these things where reporters ask him those questions. Other than, like, find a reporter that's gone to AOC and said, tell me about your Westchester upbringing. Find someone that's gone to Mamdani and said, hey, don't you live in this? Yeah, you'll find candidates opposing them that talk about it, but find me someone that does that and ask them and forces them to explain how growing up in Westchester makes you a Bronx girl, right? How you grew up in that, like, when will that, and those are the issues. So find me someone who asked Barack Obama when he was running for office about the time in Indonesia. And all that stuff. And hey, Mr. Sotero, where is he? By the way, Mr. Sotero basically died and never got to visit the White House. But a book was written about the guy who abandoned him. Amazing. That's the problem, is that when politics becomes about profitability and notoriety is where we have the problem. And I think, and by the way, on the Republican side, there's people that you talk about, now I can't remember, I forgot his name though. The guy who was speaker before Kevin McCarthy, now I can't remember, I forgot his name, Paul Ryan, right? You talk about Paul Ryan, right? I mean, this guy, if you look at his background and how he was raised, he actually, I mean, his parents took part in Social Security, and the guy wants to get rid of it. Like, these people are very, they don't have to answer these questions, and, it's pretty sad. I mean, so I just, I don't know. I mean, you look at, they're all hypocrites, and I think it's important that we, call them out for who they are. The only thing is, Republicans are asked more questions about this hypocrisy than Democrats.
Yeah, I'm cooking a ribeye steak. While this is resting for 3 to 5 minutes, this will be done. Wait till you see this. While these onions are searing, I like to take a little bit of butter and some thyme and just throw it in like this, guys. We're going to salt and pepper these onions here, which is also going to
I'm still waiting on that
steak. Give these onions a little bit of a flip here, guys. Let it get more color on the other side. Or we put it beside that. Here's where most people go wrong when they're doing tasting. They just put butter and
we're never getting that.
a little bit of water.
I know. We
like that.
didn't get it for 4 years. Why would we get it in 8 or 9 months?
Automatic.
It's incredible how
I mean, heaven forbid we actually take the word of our presidential nominee and think that he's going to deliver on that.
Clad stainless
well,
steel
but
pan.
now he's like, you know what, let's fall back. Now let's fall back.
Naveen, I voted for Trump. I'm a Trump supporter on most things, but come on, let's not call cap, okay?
What was I going to say?
I don't know, but I sure hope you weren't about to make excuses for Trump.
Well, I wasn't. I was just about to say, we should also say, all these people are talking about how bad Trump was. And yet not a single one of them released anything related to Epstein. And they're all gaslighting everyone right now. Why don't we call that out? Hey, you're saying that
because by virtue of calling that out, you're like not taking accountability for the fact that that is something he said he would do that he wouldn't.
And the reason they're not calling it out is because they didn't campaign on a promise of releasing them either. So they cannot have an obligation.
Actually, Elizabeth Warren and others all on the campaign trail. We're going to take this rapist. We're going to take this rapist.
President.
They talked about this. Oh my God. I love No, but I'm just, hold on. Can I at least?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, go on. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Naveen.
Okay, so again, let me say it properly so you guys can be quiet for a second, okay? I believe Donald Trump lied to us on releasing it, okay? Can we get that off the thing now? Now, in addition to that, there are politicians that are telling everyone wrongfully that Donald Trump was on the list. My question is, if he was on the list, and there was 4 years to release that information, and you saw that, and you know for sure, because Eric Swalwell says he knows for sure, so does others, so does Adam Schiff and others, they know for sure, then how come you didn't say, hey, Merrick Garland, please release this information? That's all my point is, Serendipity. And I think we can agree with that.
During that time, it was a worldwide fucking pandemic. That's probably why. They were more concerned with dealing with a worldwide pandemic than they were with dealing about an Epstein file. So
last year?
No, I don't believe that's true either.
Because some of them on the list as well.
No, they were more concerned about Russia.
Hold on, Hakeem was right. No.
I wasn't talking Sean B.
Hakima's right.
No, I said, go ahead, Naveen.
No, Hakima, you are 100% correct. All of these people, I mean, Hakima, you and I disagree many times, but I agree with you a lot too. He's 100% right. These people are on the, that's what I'm saying. Like, Donald Trump is, I guarantee you, on that list, but I also guarantee you there's other people who are on that list too. And Donald Trump should have released the list, and the main reason he didn't release the list is because his fucking name is all, pardon my language, his name is all over it. Okay, so, and we should be clear on that. But these other people know he's not going to release it. So they say, hey, let me use this as an opportunity to try to go at him, but never answer the question why they didn't ask the previous guy to release it if Donald Trump is on it. Because those guys are.
Naveen, he's on a list of predators who raped underage girls on Epstein's Island.
Wait. Before you go, here's the thing. I don't really. Here's my thing, Naveen. Oh my god, I just freaking completely lost my thought. I think the list is full of a lot of beneficial, mutually assured destruction across both ends of party lines. And I'm not even necessarily ticked that Donald Trump chose not to release the list. What pisses me off is that instead of nutting up and being a man and saying, I know it was a campaign promise, but because of the nature of the information in the list, what the fuck ever, I'm not going to release it. Instead, he literally turned it around on his supporters and said, fuck you, I guess you ain't my supporters no more if you can't just accept what I'm putting out here on Twitter. Lame. Horrible move. I'd have had hella more respect for him for just nutting up and being honest with the American people than to turn around and try to gaslight us. Why the fuck y'all still talking about the Epstein list? Like, we're all stupid. That was the most ignoramus thing he could have done, and that is my issue with Donald Trump. He wants to sit here and act like, what? What are you talking about? Why are you all still talking about the list? Isn't that like years old drama? Like, he didn't think anybody was expecting that list. Shut the fuck up. Don't insult my intelligence.
I mean, and you're right. I mean, there's no argument beyond that. So, I mean, you just said it perfectly. But at the same time, I'm just saying we should also be able to call a spade and say, hey, everyone has a vested interest in protecting this list and making sure it doesn't come out. Because, by the way, members of Congress have also seen that list. And we know Adam Schiff leaks a lot of information, but yet he ain't leaking that list, and that's incredible. And he didn't leak it when he had his own attorney general in there, and he's not leaking it now. So I'm just saying, like, there's we gotta also call that out. But you're right. The way Trump did this is disgusting and probably disqualifying.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing of it is, I think when you make excuses for it, when you say, well, yeah, but everybody else in Congress is X, Y, and Z, like, it sounds like you're brushing aside the accountability piece. And that's the point I'm making. Sometimes you just have to say, yeah, fuck you, Trump. You didn't keep that campaign promise. You don't have to make excuses. Two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, but you can't. But that's the problem that we keep having, Serendipity, is that we keep blaming Trump for everything, and we never. We should say, yes, Trump is wrong. There's no point in saying he's not when he is. But at the same time, you should also be able to call out the others. What I'm not hearing from you is calling them out, saying, hey, what are these guys doing? I'm hearing you saying only Trump is at fault 100% when Congress also
because
has...
he's the only one that made the promise. He's the only one that made the promise.
Trump has the biggest mouth.
He's the only accountable for not doing so. Because he's the only one who promised to do so.
He's the only one who's president at the moment. Like, he has the biggest mouth.